you guys, because a lot of you guys ask me, why don't you make all your story times anymore? Why don't you make story times? Why don't you make story times? The thing is, the gag is, I don't make a story time unless there is a story time. Like, I don't have time to sit here in my room and write a damn script. So when something happens, you guys get a story time. So I'm about to share with you guys today the creepiness, the crazy stuff that has been going on inside of this apartment. But before I get started, before I let you guys know everything that's been going, because I know I'm gonna be saying all this stuff and people are gonna be like, then why do you live there? What's going on? Your girl is moving. I'm moving. I'm getting the hell out of here. So, just want to throw that out there. So if you've never seen any of my story times or any of my paranormal videos, then you probably have no idea anything about me or my whole history and past with all that stuff. Ever since I was a little girl, I have always been in touch with, I guess you could say, the other side. And I know that sounds like really creepy and really scary, but that's the reality of my life. Ever since I was a baby, I have always been talking to something. I've always been seeing things. I've always been feeling things that nobody else in the room has been able to, you know, experience. So I feel like I am capable of kind of like, I don't know if you would call it being more sensitive to everything or having like a sixth sense. I'm not really sure, but your girl has been experiencing a couple things. So keep that in mind as I tell you the rest of the story. Now on to, you know, the whole story time stuff. I have also had situations with stalkers. I do currently have a restraining order against one person because they did some really crazy stuff, and I literally made a video about it. My crazy stalker beat me. Like, go check out that story time if you care to hear the story, because I'm not about to explain all of it. So I don't know if I should treat this whole situation as a stalker thing or if I should treat this as a paranormal thing, because it doesn't really make any sense. So let me just get into it. So I am a lazy ass bitch. I do not like going to the grocery store. I do not enjoy cooking that much, to be honest, either. I mean, I will whip up a cake, I will whip up some brownies, some cookies, a souffle, but I'm not about to whip up a chicken dinner. I do not really like cooking. I'm very, very lazy. I just want to open the fridge and have a full course meal just like waiting in there for me. So my lazy ass likes to use the Postmate app. If you don't know what Postmates is, it is basically a delivery app. Whether you want breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you want ice cream, you want dessert, you want clothes, you need more cat litter, like whatever it is, they will go and pick it up and bring it to your door directly. Now, it's not free. Sometimes it'll be like $2, $3, but in my little mind, I feel like those $3 are worth it because I don't have to leave my room. So a lot of the time I will end up ordering like snacks, cookies, little things at nighttime whenever I get the munchies, and I will always order things from Postmate or Grubhub, whichever app it is. I use both of them. Now usually around nighttime is when, if I'm not home, then I'm out doing things with friends, quotation mark, friends. Or if I'm home, then I'm usually playing video games or watching movies, editing videos, or responding to emails, or, you know, as such. But I'm most of the time, 99.9% of the time, on FaceTime with either my mom or my friend Kaden or my friend Marcus. So I'm usually on FaceTime with one of them. So the reason I mentioned that I'm on FaceTime with one of those people is because one of those people got a first-hand experience of what I'm about to tell you. So if you guys don't believe me, go and harass my friend and ask them for the live footage. So on a random night, I order my usual Postmates and I go downstairs to get it. Now, I don't like to bring my phone with me because I'm on FaceTime, and my phone, once I get in the elevator, it's gonna disconnect. Just like if you get in an elevator with a phone call, it's probably going to disconnect the call. So I just leave my phone in there. I talk to the postman. I'm like, whatever, I'm on my way down. Cool, thank you. And then I go down, leave my friend or whoever it is on FaceTime. I usually just leave my phone in the kitchen because that's where the door is located. And I go downstairs. Now, that's a regular thing for me, and it's also a regular thing for me to not lock my door. Now, some of you are like, Vanessa, why aren't you locking your freaking door? The reason I don't lock my door is because it's usually like a 45-second process. I go right to the elevator, go down, get my stuff, come right back up, done. So I don't feel the need to lock my door. I don't feel the need to, you know, go through that whole process of doing all that extra stuff. I'm just a lazy person, can't you tell? So I don't ever go that extra mile, but I'm like, if someone were to walk in, like my friend would end up knowing and they'd probably like get out or something. So That's exactly what happened. So just on a regular schmegular day, this was a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I go downstairs, get my food, come back up, and my friend is just talking and talking, and I'm like, dude, like as I open the door, I'm like, dude, did you not, like I told you that I wasn't gonna be here. Like I told you I'd be back in like a minute or two. So like, who are you talking to? Like, cause they clearly sounded like they were talking to me. Like maybe they were talking to a brother or a mother or a father. No, they were saying, yeah, girl, Vanessa, blah, 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 like talking. And I'm like, I've been gone for 2 minutes. What were you talking to yourself? And they're like, what are you talking about? You've been gone for 2 minutes. Literally, I heard the door open and you were walking in. And I'm like, no, dude, like, no, I wasn't. I was downstairs. So of course that creeped me out. So I go and check the entire apartment. I check the balcony, I check James' room, I check the bathroom, I check the kitchen, I check my room, the closet, under the beds. Like I go and check the entire apartment and I'm like, okay, there's nobody in here, so who were you talking to? And they're like, I don't know, dude, but I heard someone walk back in and I heard, I heard slight little responses to what I was saying, so I don't know what that was or whatever it is. So I'm like, okay, maybe you just heard something, maybe you heard somebody else's door open, because I know for a fact that like there's no one in here. I just checked the entire apartment. So that situation happened that one time, and then we fast forward a couple of days later and it happens again. Now you're probably thinking, Vanessa, you didn't lock your door again? No, I didn't lock my door again, because I just try to run down really fast and go right back up. I hate the whole process of using the damn fob key. Like it's just annoying. Like I just hate it. It's annoying. But you would think after the first time I'd probably lock my door, but guess what? I'm Vanessa. I'm simply me. I have a simple mind. So I'm running downstairs, going and getting my food, coming back up, and once again, Pinche Marcus is over here talking to himself again with my phone in the kitchen. I'm like, who are you talking to again? Like, I literally just left and he's like, no, dude, like, stop playing with me. Like, this is not funny. This is not cute. Like, are you playing a prank on me? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, no, dude, literally, I feel like I just said dude so many times in like 30 seconds. But I'm like, no, bro, like I was gone. I was not talking. I did not come back and have a conversation with you. He's like, okay, that's really creeping me out now, because this is the second time now that the door opens and I hear footsteps and I hear you responding to me. And I'm like, no, that's not me. So what happened those 2 times, and now I know my place, and now I know to lock my door. But he said, like, I ask him every time I leave my phone, I'm like, did you hear anything this time? Did you hear anything this time? And he's like, no, I didn't hear anything. It only happened those 2 times. He didn't hear it any other times, because now I lock my door. I know my place. I learned my lesson. Now, this was about a week ago that all of this stuff was happening, about a week and a half ago. Now, as of recently, some really freaky stuff has been happening in the apartment itself. Now, I don't know if James has been saging the F out of this apartment because he's feeling the energy too. I don't know what's going on, but I'm always seeing this boy saging things. He's always trying to cleanse the apartment, because you guys, the energy is off. Like there's just something a little like there's something different. Like, and I feel like I can detect that stuff. Like, I mean, I can't walk into a room and be like demon, ghost, or anything, but like I could walk in, and if I get the chills or I feel like something is misplaced, then I will suspect that there is something actually like going on. So the other day I was going in James' bathroom because I was throwing out something, because Penny decided to have a little accident in the house while I was gone. So I went, picked up her mess, and I was gonna flush it down the toilet in his bathroom. And as I went in there, everything was cool, but on my way out, I look in his bathtub, y'all. And at first I was like, is James pulling a prank on me? Is he sitting in his bathtub right now? But no, you guys, I knew it wasn't James, because James was not home. He did not make an appearance that day or the day before. He was out doing his own thing. So I'm like, that was not James. So let me turn and look in this mirror real quick. And I still saw that shit sitting inside of the tub. It looked like somebody wearing a crazy ass $2 Walmart clearance Halloween wig that 5 people opened the package and tried it on and messed it up, but then still left it in the store. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. I walked out of the bathroom, shut the door, and I was like, no. You know when you get in that like point of denial and you're like, yeah, that didn't happen, like, nah, you push it to the back of your head and you move on with your day. But of course I didn't obviously just move on with my day. I was still like did that just happen? And multiple times, you guys, multiple times since that situation happened, I will be in my room playing video games, talking to my mom on the phone, and I will hear things being dragged in the living room, and I'm like, who the hell is doing that? Because Riley and Charlie are right here. Riley's on the window pane, Charlie's in the bathroom licking the water from the sink as if he doesn't have water in his bowl. And then Penny will be sitting on the bed chewing on something because I give her little dentist sticks because the bitch's breath smells like coochie. So I will give her her dentist sticks. She'll be chilling on my bed, chewing on them, or on the floor, or messing with one of the cats. So everyone is in my room. So what's going on out there? So of course I'm like, James? I'm like, is that you? James is not home. So I'm like, what is making that sound out there? And sometimes the maintenance people like to just walk up in your apartment. So I decide to open the door and I'm like, I swear if one of these bitches are up in here. So I open the door, I'm like, okay, there's nothing here. I don't see anything. The animals are all chilling in my room. I don't see anything. So I'm like, okay, maybe I just heard it. Maybe it was coming from another apartment, but I swear to you, it sounded as if there was something being dragged in the other room. And I noticed that this stuff happens a lot at night. I will be just chilling in my room, like I said, watching TV or playing video games or something, and I will hear things fall. I will hear things touching the wall. Sometimes I'll hear my slide door will just slowly start to open, and I'm like, no. Like, Riley knows how to open the slide door with his paw, but Riley is always in the same spot because I open up my window thing and he likes to just like sit there and look outside. And the other cat does not know how to do it. Like, he's older, but somehow he cannot register how to open the door, so I know it's not him. And Penny sleeps in my bed every night with me, so it's not her either. And randomly at like the most, like out of nowhere, Penny will just start just like barking at the wall. And this has been happening a lot over the past couple of days. Yesterday was so bad, you guys. Oh my goodness, it was so annoying. Literally just sitting here editing stuff on my computer, and Penny, every 5 seconds, the hair on the back of her neck just rises up and she's just barking at the wall. And I'm like, there's nothing there. So I open the door and I'm like, what, Penny, what is it? And I go out there and she's just like slowly walking out of my room, just like looking around like she's scared or something. I'm like, I don't see anything. I go check the door, maybe UPS or FedEx came and dropped something off. Nobody there. Door's still locked, everything good. So clearly Penny is hearing things because, like I said, for the past couple of days she has just been growling, she has been barking at the wall. But yesterday was so bad, you guys. It was so bad. Like, I'm just trying to have a chill day and this girl's just barking up a storm, just growling at everything, like the wall over here, the window, this, that. She's barking and growling at everything. And I do believe that animals and children can see things that, you know, older people and just everyone else cannot. So first, the people walking in my apartment. But the thing with the whole walking in my apartment thing, I don't think I said this, but my friend would hear someone walk in and then I would walk in after that. And when you open up my front door, there's a ding ding. There's always a sound, but he would never hear the sound again, if that makes sense. Like, the person never left. So it would make the sound of someone walking in, but nobody was ever exiting. So when I would finally come in, he would think I left again. I really hope that made sense. So it would be as if you know, something walked in and then I walked in after it and they never left. But I would check the entire apartment and I don't see anyone in there. So if it was a human, then where could they possibly be hiding? In the walls or something? Like, I don't know, you guys, but that's been what's been going on in this apartment for the past like couple of weeks. And it's really creepy. And like I said, your girl is out of here. I am bouncing soon, so I will not be dealing with it in this apartment for much longer. I mean, I feel like no matter where I move, these things are always following me and these things are always happening. But in this situation, I think it's a little bit different because James said that when he sages the house, he talks to his mom, but his mother who passed away, like he feels her energy, he feels that. So I don't know if it's James' mom making an appearance from the afterlife, if she's just trying to come and say hello, but it'd be cool if she wouldn't just chill in bathtubs and scare me. So I'm not really sure what it is, but the energy is off in this apartment and it's messing with my head and it's messing with my whole aura and everything. But that has been what's been going on. So hopefully this entire story made sense to you guys. My thing is, if this apartment complex had better security and they had more cameras around the buildings, then I would easily be able to just go to the office and say, show me the footage to this camera. I want to see if someone's been going in and out of my apartment. But no, coincidentally, the only cameras in the damn apartment complex are in the elevators. So you could see who's going up and down the elevators, but there's a stairway. There's the rest of the complex. People can walk around. It could be my neighbor coming in here. I really don't know. But I don't know. But if you guys have any idea of what could possibly be going on, then feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'm just ready to get out of this apartment. Like, I'm really just ready to get out and go back home and start my life there again, because I feel like once I get there, I will be a lot happier. And the crazy thing is, this stuff has not been happening because I've been busy, I've been out of my house. I feel like entities and demons and just any sort of like spirit is able to latch onto negativity easier than it is to, you know, positive energy. Like, they will cling onto sadness, depression, anxiety. They will cling onto those things and feed off of it and become stronger from it. But I've been so happy and so positive in doing things that there hasn't been any room for negative energy. There hasn't been any room for something like this to start happening. So I feel like as of recently, my attitude has been a little bit more negative than it usually has been, because, you know, once again getting backstabbed, once again, you know, things are happening again. So I have not been in the best mood. I have not been in the best mindset. So that could possibly be the reason as to why things are starting to happen again and things are starting to latch on. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with things in my head right now. But yeah, if you guys have any idea or any like sort of suggestions or any sort of like comments about anything, feel free to leave them below. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna edit this video, post it directly onto my channel right now, because it's really spooky, you guys. Like, it's really creepy, and I'm not sure what it is. I think, like, I have an idea of what it is, but I'm not trying to put it out there because I don't want it to be that. But thank you so much for sticking with me and listening to my story, hearing me out. If you guys enjoyed it, I have other story times. I will have them all linked in the description below, and you guys can go check them out if you're bored. Subscribe if you're not already, and if you are already subscribed, make sure you hit that post notification button, the little bell, so you guys will get a notification when a new video goes up. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna go figure out my life. Bye.